What's up, everyone? Alchemist Lion here, and we are up in the Northwest Amp. And I mean, it gets its name because it's in the Northwest. They really pulled all the punches in naming that one. But at this stage, it gets attacked from the west and the north. It is the final amp in the configuration that I have here as we go counterclockwise around to home base. So home base is right over here. Northwest is kind of just right there. So the north spawn and the west spawn we have to worry about, but I find this is one of the easiest amps to trap out and set up, and it wasn't really that difficult in all honesty. I basically just converted my old build with little changes to just be dart only. So if you've watched my last one or seen it, this is almost identical. I have the same block off over here, I have the same pathing, everything is basically the same. I just made a few subtle changes up here just to get more darts when they get up through the tunnel. But well, let's just take a look. So we all know they spawn up over here, they like to be up here, down there, down here, and then intermixed along here. And so that's all we're doing, is we're dealing with them in this way. So if they want to come over here and try to beat through, again, I did not change the unnecessary crazy amount of block off. I think I got rid of like 2 or 3 pieces in here, but I just left it. It just really just deters them from wanting to go that way. But if anything, try to, again, 4 darts just to clear them out. Most of them are going to path up this way, but we're not going to go there. We're just going to take a look up here. Before I used to have launchers. Right now, all I have is darts. Occasionally in the later waves they will break through to this one, but you'll notice along here I have it all lined up with darts. I haven't needed to use this last one, but say for example I just put a dart here and a dart here, and it makes it a little bit more sturdy. I know when I was first doing this, a couple broke through and I added some extra darts over here, as well as you can line darts up over on this side, because this is all block off for that really. But I just haven't done it on a permanent basis, but there's lots more I could add here just to add some reinforcement for that late wave breakthrough, but in all honesty, you really don't need to do that unless it's just a bad RNG you've been having problems. I mean, I don't know how many people would actually do a dart only canny, but if you were, those are issues you might run into. But yeah, that's that side. So just to kind of take a look, it's all really just straightforward. I do have a little like quarter wall here in the floor this way, otherwise it's just cones in the half floors all the way across. And then I'm connecting it up here, and I'm just wrapping the darts around this way. So I'm hitting them as soon as they spawn in. At least these ones here, I'm hitting them with darts, trying to encourage their not wanting to hang out up here and just drop down right away. And then they go here. And this is the main pathing. Everything up that spawns up here kind of drops down here and then cascades down. You'll know that we have a little bit of this over here from our sinkhole video. This whole side here is from sinkhole, but now we have this side that we're utilizing for Northwest Amp. So they come up here, we have darts this way. Technically, you could put one up here and add a dart there. I would probably end up connecting it just because these will probably more than likely break, but again, it hasn't really been needed. If you really wanted to overkill it, that's how you can do it. They go up in here. So you'll notice that we're basically from this point on, it's going to be hit with as many darts as possible. 4 being the target, but ramps and weird terrain, you kind of have to make adjustments. So they go around here and set up this way. Again, if I wanted to really enforce the pathing and make sure they don't go through this, I could do half floors here now on both sides to really make them go around. But again, necessities don't really dictate that. It does make it more better. And ultimately, throwing floors and ceilings would probably be a better solution if you really wanted to do this, but it's really the pathing. So they go up here. So again, there's a build here that I could have put a dart on. I haven't. Probably should have, but you'll notice I do have double layers there. I have a dart there, so I did put one there. And then I'm pretty sure it's another double layer there. And as we go up, this is at the top of the area. And we're just going to go up to the roof so you can kind of see how this is all built. from up this point. And again, I do have brace points. Just with floaty bays, I like to have things to make sure that if they're blowing up from the ground, it's not going to knock the ceiling off, especially in those areas. And then we have all this block off being merged with the block off over here. This should be darts, but not a lot gets up here, and nothing really gets destroyed up here where I've thought, okay, let's throw some darts on there. It was more just built in adjustment. This stuff over here does get utilized, so if they break through this stuff, we have darts over here. And then stuff in behind. And their main, I'm just trying to get them to kind of go around. So you'll see I have this block off. This one in here is all blocked off. Unfortunately, I have a trap there too, and I don't think I've given myself a way to get in there anymore without breaking it. There we go. Oh yeah, I see I haven't even upgraded that, but there we go. I wasn't seeing the edit, so I wasn't sure what was going on. Alright, there we go. That's just me not having my displays up. So yeah, there's a cone in there with the walls just to hold it in. But you'll notice I didn't even, probably because this is on here and I didn't see. But yeah, you can add darts in here too. Highly recommend throwing darts in there. But I'm trying to get them to go this way, and trying to get them to go around to get hit with as much as possible before going over, and I believe they go around this way to break right through here. And again, you can have a dart here, but I could have a dart right there. It would be very beneficial to do. Same as one right here. But again, I don't know. I haven't really needed this. It just, as you're going through and kind of analyzing the build, that's where I'm starting to see stuff. But yeah, this is how I've been doing it from the north. Like I said, this is pretty straightforward. It's almost exactly like the path I had earlier in my other builds, so not a lot of changes. Now we're going to go take a look at the west. So we're at the west spawn, and I'm just going to go over here to the block off that we're kind of separating the north and west from, so you can kind of see how I have it set up, because flingers will like to navigate this terrain and you know, find ways to throw at your base from like over here, for example. So how we have this blocked off is right over here, a simple dart with just the floor, cone, 2 walls blocking it there. Over here I have a 1 wall, and then we have another, you know, couple walls with a cone. And then right over here, the floors, cones, and walls. I haven't had to use traps. I haven't had any issues with them walking around. That's just how this has all been set up, and it's been working nice. So I'm just leaving it. And then right up there I have the other 3 walls and a cone right here, just to stop things from walking around this way. And now we're dealing with them over here. And I like to go over to the right side, over to the south, just because it's kind of the first place that I normally block off. So you'll notice down here I have a wall with a dart right here. If they do happen to go around, we have things over here to try to deal with like an occasional stray that might walk this way. But really that 1 wall with the dart is enough to kind of deter them from trying to go that path. And the main thing is right down in here. Now this is just really still overbuilt from my other build when I was trying to get them to path, but I found that I have needed to keep a lot of it, and I didn't really taper it down too much. But you'll see right here, we have like a wall here that I'm not even using. I mean, that can go away. But yeah, this corner, and from that we have like our lobber shield being built. The darts, because I'm so used to anti-airs, the lobber shields I kind of just built a certain extent, and then if I was finding I had issues, I like added to it. But it could be overdone. I just think this has been working, so I kind of just left it at that. I didn't try to taper it down any more than it currently is, but I'm probably overkilling it. What the main part is they come down here, and this is where I'm just hitting them with as much darts as possible down this terrain as they're trying to go down. And then really once they're here, again, it's just as much darts. Could I put a dart here? Possibly, but I haven't found I need it to. And then once they're over here, again, I try to go to that short route, so I don't go over to the far end because they're not going to actually beat on this. They're going to cut in and go this way, and that's why I have the darts here. If they were to break through at all, now that I have it set up this way, they've never come down this path. I need this in order to avoid that from happening. Like, I could even put another wall there and dart if it was really an issue, but at this stage, it's not. And then still down here, again, I'm just kind of covering the corners. I'm covering my bases where they are going to attack. I'm not worrying about this right side because they're not actually ever going to path that way. They're not programmed to do that. And then they get to here. And so even if they did break through all of that, they're being hit with enough traps and stuff that it's still acting as a tunnel. And then they drop down here and go right into the tunnel system that I have for the actual pathing. And it's still set to kill them as they try to go towards the amp. And that's all down that right side. So it's just a lot of aggressive block off. And huge ass slobber shield in my opinion. And that's that. So the main meat is this tunnel here. And I'll try to hop around. I do a lot of squares and stuff here just to get them to path the way I want to. So you'll kind of see how I have it set up in this corner. And I used the dart placements in areas where I felt that they would be most beneficial. I wanted to kind of try to keep my structures down unless I needed to use them. But like you can even see in here, like I could do way more darts on this side. In my experience, they're not breaking much up here, except in the middle. They really like to break this middle part, but that is a little bit more reinforced. Otherwise, it's pretty much a straight path into this area here. But I do try to, have backup plans in case I needed them, so I could potentially reinforce this even more. When I'm converting it, a lot of potential in here because I have a lot of room to put darts in the back and other traps up front here. And that's what I'll be doing next with this, now that I'll be finished. I'm going to be converting this into kind of like a mega candy base that just, good for the durability and what have you. So yeah, and over here, again, like the upgrades and stuff, I just... The things you see when you're actually going piece by piece over this versus just kind of trying to look quickly and see if you see any issues. But yeah, again, I have this one more reinforced. I found this side was a little bit more aggressive. They like to go here and like explode more. So that's why you see the darts were placed on this side. And then some of these are just from my old build that I never got rid of. Like these darts back here in this window. Things I could probably change because they never break down to that corner. So I could probably, move those forward a bit and not utilize those structures there. But it's all in the pathing. It's all in how you get them around. So right by that ghost amp, that's how I have that set up. A lot of squares and cones on this side. And then it just opens up into here. And we're taking them around and down. So when we look at this side, you'll see that this is where the ramp is coming up. And here I've even reinforced it, and I haven't needed to go any more than this because they don't actually turn this way at all. But I do have a dart behind these darts, just in case they try to break through and go here. And then a hovering dart here, just because, they might just drop down. And then I had all this blocked off to deter them from wanting to come over this way, as well as the flingers and stuff from over there trying to come down this path. And going down here. And you'll notice that even if they did get down here, we do have darts here. You could add more, like I said, for this pathing over here, like you could do more over here to, really reinforce it. I just really haven't needed to. So I've left it as it is. And this block off here, just so you can see, it does go, kind of hovers over this ramp. Another unupgraded piece. Like so. But that's just an area I would never really go into unless I had problems, and that's why you're seeing that there. Alright, so, their main path. They like to go over here. And down. So you see, I have this set up. They're pathing down here. I believe, yeah, there's a dart there just for fail-safe. They come down here. We have it all kind of sectioned off, and this is where I want them to go. If they try to shortcut it, there's another dart right in behind that. But I'm basically just wanting them to drop right here. And this is where we get them with the 4-dart attack constantly as they're trying to path around and get to the amp. I could be doing floor edits, again, changing it a little bit so they don't break some of this instantly as they're dropping down. But again, all unnecessary add-ons, just things I think of as I'm going through this. But this has been really functioning well. I'll show videos of the clips I do have, and yeah, that is Northwest. Alright, well that's the video today. That is Canny Valley Endurance using darts only. Using one schematic of darts only. Yeah, I didn't think this was possible, but here we are. But thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this build. Hopefully it can help make your game a little better. And yeah, thanks again for your time. I appreciate it. Have yourself a great day. I'll catch you around.